What's going on, guys? It's El Tiburon, aka Retro Tiburon, with pickups video. So these are pickups that I got from today at the Swapmeet. Some I got last week at the Swapmeet, and yeah, I think some I found at a flea market, maybe on like at another Swapmeet or thrift store. But before that, let's take a. I don't got beer today because I had a couple beers yesterday, so swig of energy drink for the working man. This one's actually the Rock's energy drink. Healthy Warrior, sugar-free tropical punch. So, hopefully I'll be jacked like the Rock if I drink one of these. All right, well, let's plow through the pickups. This one I actually got today. Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Like, I got this. I've never seen it. I got this one because it's a trauma movie. It's a DVD, and I've never even heard of Poultrygeist. But it comes with 3 discs. I'm sure it's super over the top, super gory. Like pretty much like how all trauma movies are. So, yeah, if you've seen this, leave a comment. Let me know if it's any good. I'll definitely check it out. A lot of like puns, play on words here. Exclusive, get it? Exclusive 3-disc collector's edition. So pick that one up. I think I got it for, I think it was like 2 for $5, so $2.50. Another swig of energy drink for Thanksgiving that just passed. Next one I picked up last week at the Swapmeet, Wolf. It's Jack Nicholson as a werewolf, and this one always kind of intrigued me because, I outside of The Shining, I didn't know Jack Nicholson did any horror movies, so I had heard about this one, kind of intrigued by it. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. And I actually watched it this week because I picked it up at last week's Swapmeet. I saw it this week. Kind of boring, gotta say. Kind of drags on, kind of boring. So Jack Nicholson turns into a werewolf, and there's a lot of effects where you can tell it's not Jack Nicholson, like during the running scenes where he's running or where there's a lot of like slow jumping where he's jumping from the ground to like a building or something. So there's a lot of that, a lot of slow motion. And it looks kind of cheesy at times because you can tell it's not Jack Nicholson doing the stunts. So it looks kind of bad sometimes because you can tell. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was kind of boring. It kind of dragged on forever. Kind of very slow, so I might pass this one along. Maybe somebody else might appreciate it more than I did. So another pickup there. Let's see, picked up this one, Star Trek on Blu-ray. Not really a Star Trek fan or even a sci-fi fan in general. It's just not really my cup of tea, but I've heard that these movies are pretty good, these new Star Trek movies. So, I think I got it for like a couple bucks at the swap meet last week. I thought I'd check it out. Couple bucks. Next pickup I picked up today, Phil Hartman. I kind of love these like best of DVDs. I think I have the one for Adam Sandler, the one for Chris Farley, and now I picked up this one today for like $1, I think, at the Swapmeet. And big fan of Phil Hartman. He's kind of underrated as far as like SNL people. He has a lot of funny characters. Like, you can see some of them right here. This one's pretty hilarious. He looks like the dude from that movie, really bad movie, The Room. But it's he's a unfrozen caveman lawyer. I'm just trying to check if I'm actually recording audio here, because I have a tendency not to mess something up. Yeah, unfrozen caveman lawyer. hilarious skit. So then he also has one where he just, I hope it has it in this DVD, where he just keeps saying sassy and everything's sassy. It's very funny. I'm glad I have that for $1. Another one I picked up last week, actually, War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, Blu-ray. So yeah, at last week's Swap Meets, there was a vendor there that had like a mound of DVDs and Blu-rays, and there was a guy already there, and he kind of like built like his own little mountain, and I saw that he had a lot of good horror movies, a lot of good thrillers, but so he probably took a lot of the ones that I would have wanted. I think he had Enemy Mine in there. But I was able to get this one. I think I wound up getting like 4 Blu-rays for $10, which is not super cheap, but I'm gonna show you one right now that, I think made the deal sweet. But I actually watched this one this week, and man, this was a really cool movie, War of the Worlds. I had never seen this one. I know there's an older one, right? Like a black and white or like 60s, 50s one. I've never seen that one, but recently I was on my friend's podcast, Captain John Weber. I was on his podcast called Haunted Radio from Space. I'm gonna leave a link to his YouTube channel. He drops podcast episodes every Sundays, and I was on his podcast and we listened to a radio presentation of War of the Worlds performed by Orson Welles and his crew. So that was kind of cool, and it kind of made me want to watch one of the movies. So I was glad to find this one, and I watched it this week. And yeah, it just like awesome effects, awesome story, awesome suspense. It's directed by Spielberg, so it's kind of like, come on, Spielberg. I think he knows what he's doing. I think Ty Lord might agree. All right, next one. This is the reason that 4 for $10 was a good deal in my eyes. I picked this one up too in that same little bundle. It's the Back to the Future Blu-ray Trilogy. Usually at swap meets, you really can't get things past like the vendors, like they'll put like $2 Blu-ray, but then they'll notice like, oh, this is 3 movies, so that's $6. But this vendor either didn't notice or didn't care. And yeah, I got this one for like I said, the 4 Blu-rays for $10. So pretty cool because it comes with the 3 movies. I saw the Back to the Future movies maybe like 10 years ago or so. I didn't see them growing up, but I saw part 1, part 2, obviously like awesome movies. I've never seen part 3, so that'll probably give me a chance to watch that one. I haven't heard great things about that one. I know it's kind of like a Western themed one, but I mean, just to own these movies on Blu-rays, the first 2, that alone is good enough for me. Swig energy drink for Tylord's guy, Albert Pune. I don't know I'm not familiar with his work, but he passed away today. So Swig energy drink for him. This next one I picked up today at the swap meet. I think I got like 3 Blu-rays for $5, and this was one of them. T2, obviously a classic. Come on, even I've seen T2, and I haven't watched a lot of good movies. Even I've seen that. Next one, Rambo, and this is early 2000s Rambo. When did this come out? Like 2008. This is a fun one. I haven't seen it since like 2008, but super gory, super like over the top, really cool movie. So I'm glad I have this in my collection. Just trying to plow through these. Next one I picked up was Christy, and I got this with the same bundle with the Back to the Future and War of the Worlds. And yeah, this was a fun one. I actually wound up watching it this week. I had never watched this one either, and watched it this week, and yeah, really fun. I knew about this movie. I had heard about this movie, but kind of never really got my attention because I knew if it was about a killer car, and I was like, that sounds kind of stupid. But when I picked it up, I noticed it's John Carpenter, directed by John Carpenter. So I was like, oh, it's got to be good then. It's Carpenter, and it's a Stephen King story. I'm a big fan of Stephen King, so yeah, I decided to pick it up, and yeah, it was really fun. Really like this one, so I'm keeping that one for sure. Next one I picked up, Dread. I think I picked this up today. I think it was like $2, but I've never even seen the original Judge Dredd with Stallone. This one has another actor. I don't know what his name is, but I've heard this one's pretty good. So I might actually end up watching this one before the Stallone one. But $2, couldn't pass it up for that price. This next one I got last week, Creed on 4K. I think I got this for like $2 or something. The case looks like it's been through 10 rounds with Clubber Lang. Like, it's pretty beat up, but like $2 I think I paid like for a 4K, and it is a great movie. I've seen this one. Couldn't pass it up, even if the disc and not the disc, the case is all beat up. All right, next. These are actually some action figure pickups. Picked this one up today. It's Jesse the Body Ventura. Check out that kisser on him. Look at his face. Yeah, picked this one up alongside this one right here. Actually really excited to have this one. Yes, I am a model. The model Rick Martel. The lady had them for $4 each, and shoot, man, I could not haggle her down. I was able to get her down to like 2 for $7, which is, the lady wouldn't budge. But it's the swap meet. You gotta haggle, even if they say no. You gotta try. It's part of the fun. But yeah, the model. Excited to have this one. They have this was made by Jax. I think this was early 2000s. They have one by Mattel. So Mattel now makes all of WWE's figures. So there's one for Mattel, like a classic one that's a lot more detailed. It comes with like a jacket. It comes with the arrogance spray. It comes with like, I think, sunglasses. But it's like $100 or more now, so I'm not paying that. So even though this one's not really accurate to Martel, I feel like when Martel had these purple tights, he didn't have that haircut. Like, I felt like he had he had that hair, his hair slicked back with the ponytail and the shades. I feel like when I see this hair, I think more like Strike Force Martel or when he was the model, but he wore like the baby blue trunks and boots. But for $350, can't complain. I'm just happy to have the model. Next, some video game pickups. So I might as well show these both off. Picked these up last week at the swap meet. Dead Space 1 and 2 for the 360. These are honestly more just for shelf collecting, just because I'm a fan of the Dead Space games. And I've beaten both of these, but I can't tell one from the other. Like, to me, they're kind of like just one long game. I don't remember the difference between 1 and 2. But obviously, if you're a fan of survival horror games and you've never played a Dead Space game, like, you gotta play the Dead Space games. These games are awesome. I know they're remastering the original Dead Space. I want to say it's coming out next year, so for sure I'm gonna buy that one when it comes out, because man, these games were freaking scary as hell. Freaking awesome. It's pretty much Resident Evil but in space. Like, really great video games. So I got those, just more for shelf collecting. And next, I got some Xbox One games. Not going to say a whole lot about them because I don't really know much about them. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep these or sell them on eBay. But this one's Monster Hunter World. I wanted to play this one. I actually wanted to play this with my friend Francisco, but that bastard never... I think he played it by himself. I wanted to play this one because I heard it was a really fun co-op game, but obviously never got to play it with him. So I don't know if I can find someone to play it with. I'd be down to check it out. I know it's a co-op game, so anyone out there, hit me up on Xbox. My Xbox is a gamer tag. What is it? Jason Voorhees X3. Look for me there if you want to play this game. Next one is Dark Souls 3. I can already tell you, I'm not playing this damn game. I've heard that this is one of the most frustrating, most difficult franchises, if not the most difficult and frustrating franchise in gaming. Not interested at all in, going through this game and putting myself through that pain. Like, I'm 40, I got arthritis in my right knee. I'm not gonna stress myself out playing this fucking game. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? No, I'm not gonna play it. It's gonna go on eBay. What am I kidding? Swig a energy drink for medium difficulty. Next one, Sekiro. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. I think it didn't this win like Game of the Year or something a few years ago. It's like a samurai game where you're is it like an open world samurai game? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about this game. I heard it's like one of the best games ever. I'm kind of tempted to try it. The only thing that's kind of like scaring me away is I think it's a long game. I think it's a really long game, and I don't think I have the patience for like these freaking like 50-hour plus games. Like, I don't know. But like I said, if somebody's watching this and you've played this and you love this, tell me why I should play it. And is it long? I don't like playing super long games. I think I got burnt out when I played Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I didn't enjoy my experience with Zelda. And I played the whole game and was like, oh man, I could have played like 4 games in that time. But I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'll think about this one. And then last but not least, picked up a modern game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on the Series X. My buddy Jack hit me up on a couple of days ago. You ever have like some friends that you won't talk to for like a year or two, but then they hit you up and then you just pick up where you left off? So I had been playing like another Call of Duty with him like over a year ago. But then, life gets busy. He has a family. I have my wife, and we have our little family. So, you kind of just get busy and you don't keep in touch. And he texted me this past week, and he's like, "Oh, did you get the new Call of Duty?" When we hadn't talked like in over a year. And I was like, "No." He's like, "If you get it, let me know so we can get on and play." So I was like, "Yeah, I picked it up during the Black Friday special. I think it was like $10 off, which it's not a whole lot off, but it's something." And I noticed that now the games are $70. Before they were 60. Now they're 70. So the $10 off just brings it back to what the regular price used to be. But I had a Target gift card, $25 gift card. So I wound up paying like 40 and change for it. So, I'm kind of confused by this one though, because I thought it was supposed to be a remaster of the Xbox 360, PS3 era Modern Warfare 2, but my buddy PWM, DVDs, Nuts and Popcorn channel, when I asked him like, is this like a remaster? He couldn't really answer me either. Like, no, not really, but I don't know. They're gonna add some of the maps from it, so kind of confused by it. But thought I'd check it out. I don't really play the Call of Duty games. I've maybe played 3 of the 100 Call of Duty games, but what the hell, they are fun. They're like good like games to like if you have 30 minutes to kill or something like quick, you can go in and play a few matches and you feel satisfied. So yeah, pick that one up, and I think that's it. That's it for my pickups. All right, guys. See you next time.